of the Aldine Independent School District. The next item on the agenda is the ethics statement to be read by Dr. Kim Booker tonight.
The board has adopted an ethics statement that affirms our commitment to ethical conduct. The statement is, the Board of Trustees is committed to and shall perform its duties ethically and according to our core beliefs. We will model the highest standards of conduct. We will ensure that no personal value system or personal goal interferes with our duty as public servants. The public interest shall be the principle which guides the board in its deliberations and decisions.
Thank you, Dr. Booker. We extend a very warm welcome to everyone present, and we are pleased that you joined us tonight as we celebrate the achievements, review information, and make policy decisions related to the effective operation of the Aldine Independent School District. I would like to thank everyone for taking time out of your very busy schedule to join us here tonight. Let the minutes reflect that all board members are present, with the exception of Ms. Patricia Bourgeois. And I see that we have visitors in the audience. If you have comments to the board and you have not yet filled out the audience participation form in the brochure next to the agenda books outside, please do so at this time and give it to Ms. Loera on my right. The board will listen under item number 15 on the agenda, open forum for patrons desiring to be heard. Item 5 on the agenda is the approval of minutes of the previous meeting. Do we have a motion?
I move that the minutes of the board committee meeting on June 12th, the workshop of the Board of Trustees on June 13th, and the minutes of the regular meeting on June 13, 2017 be approved as printed.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shanklin. We'll begin the vote with Mrs. Esparza.
Esparza, yes.
Meade, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Booker, yes.
Okay, thank you. Item 6 is the academic report to be given by Dr. Sarah Tomey.
Good evening, Dr. Garcia, Dr. Bamberg, Dr. Blanson, members of the board. First, I want to tell you about the 25 students who attended National History Day at the University of Maryland in June. The students represented Lewis Middle School, Shotwell Middle School, and Nimitz High School. There were a total of 8 projects from Aldine competing at the national level. Carolina Chapa from Nimitz High School placed 5th in the nation and won the Outstanding Affiliate Award. This is the award given to one project from each state and each territory as the state's outstanding project. So that's exciting. And on July 4th, 35 Aldine students performed at the annual Freedom Over Texas event. Included in the performances were the Aldine Dance Company, the Carver Drama Company, and Isaac and Nicole Balamu, who are choir students who sang the national anthem immediately following Mayor Sylvester Turner's opening remarks. The Aldine Dance Company amazed the crowd, as they always do, with fabulous patriotic dances and exciting aerial demonstrations. Talented students from the Carver Drama Company acted out scenes from the popular Hamilton, an American musical. Aldine ISD students presented 6 performances between 4 and 10 p.m. that afternoon, and it was hot. And they were on the Walmart All-American Kids stage right across from Houston City Hall. That concludes my academic report for July 2017.
Thank you. Thank you. The next item is correspondence. Mr. Meade, do we have any correspondence to be read tonight?
Madam President, we have no correspondence to be read tonight.
Okay, thank you. And then that is followed by the recognition of staff, students, and patrons. Mr. Abel Garza will make those presentations.
Dr. Garcia, we have no formal presentations for tonight, but we do have our program, which will be presented by Mr. Richard Delgado.
President Garcia, Dr. Blanson, Dr. Bamberg, distinguished members of the board, it's my pleasure and my honor to present tonight on our athletic department. I'll tell you a little bit about our philosophy and where we are today. Okay.
You're supposed to sing during this time. Or dance, perhaps.
Okay, you bet. Okay. Okay. The athletic department and academics, and they go hand in hand. One enhances the other and the other enhances the other, but I wanted to talk a little bit today. Okay. Well, while he's doing this, I want to share a little bit about our philosophy. And everything that we do in athletics is to enhance our academic status of our students. We feel like they go hand in hand, and without the other, the student doesn't get the total development of being a student in the public schools.
Talking to and they're trying to put together a package. We'll get Richard and Amanda Wally and some other people from Mendel and try to do some.
Okay, so how do I get it back up to full screen? You know, I got it here. Yeah. Okay.
We can do some silent auctions and stuff like they did for Mendel.
All right. Okay. Our athletic department provides opportunities for our kids to which they can develop to become responsible young men and women. It allows them to be part of the total school program and make vital contributions to the overall youth in our school system. The Aldine Athletic Department provides other opportunities for participation to be more than just competition between individuals and teams. It teaches sportsmanship, self-confidence, appreciation, teamwork, and pride. And if you look at some of these photos, you have Nimitz High School boys basketball team who went to the ropes course to try to enhance their team concepts. And then over to the right, you have Coach Pellerin from Aldine High School exchanging a greeting to an Eisenhower basketball player. We try to demonstrate sportsmanship in all aspects. Today in Aldine, we have over 375 dedicated coaches who serve and coach over 8,700 student athletes, and that's 87 student athlete opportunities because we have students who play multiple sports, and we encourage them to do that. This is our Stovall team and Coach Mouton, who's won, I want to say, 14 district tournaments in 17 years. We offer a variety of sports at the high school, including football, volleyball, cross country, basketball, swimming, track, golf, soccer, baseball, softball, and tennis. And then at the middle school, we offer football, volleyball, basketball, track, soccer, tennis. And then this year, we had our inaugural cross country program that we ran at Lone Star College, which was terrific. How does athletics enhance the educational process? Well, it starts with discipline, which we try to instill. It enhances problem solving and critical thinking skills within our students, develops collaboration and preparation skills. Students learn responsibility and sportsmanship, instills pride in performance, fosters emotional control, offers health and physical fitness, and it fosters creativity. It also allows our students to encourage, to represent their school with dignity and pride, and it allows our student athletes opportunities to give back to the community. And if we refer back to the last picture, that is Michael Thomas, a former Nimitz graduate who's an NFL player with the Miami Dolphins. And recently, he contributed this year, last year, and the previous year in providing a camp for our student athletes, not only athletically, but he provided an SAT prep course, and that was in the Campbell Center in Thorne about 2 weeks ago. Celebrations. This school year, we signed 104 student athletes to continue their education and participate in college. Unfortunately, we don't have the money number tied to it, but we had 72 males and 32 females receive athletic scholarships, which was a great year for us. Some of our other celebrations involve our teams that advanced. And while we did advance in football, and we advanced, or excuse me, we made the playoffs in football and volleyball and baseball, the teams that I put up here and the celebrations that we had as well were students who not only made the playoffs, but advanced in the playoffs. We had an Aldine female student go to regionals in cross country, an Aldine male student advance. We had a Davis male student advance. We had an Eisenhower male student advance. MacArthur female students, there were 10. Their team advanced to regionals. MacArthur boys, they were 16 6A district champs. They advanced to regionals. Nimitz female student advanced to regionals. And Nimitz male cross-country students, 10 of them advanced to regionals. So you can see the parity and development of all of our schools making it to the next round and almost to state. Team tennis, MacArthur boys and girls were both district champs. They advanced to area. And then spring tennis, MacArthur boys and girls were again district champs. They advanced to regionals, but we also sent a female student from Aldine and a male student from Nimitz to the regionals. And that's the first time, as you know, we now compete in Region 2, which all of our students have to travel north instead of advancing here in the Houston area. So we spent a lot of time in Waco, Round Rock, and Bryan this year. We also had some golf celebrations. The first time that we were district champs. MacArthur, again, was boys and girls 16 6A district champs, but we sent 2 female athlete students to the regionals and 1 Nimitz male student. In swimming, all of our teams advanced to the regional tournament. Boys track, Aldine advanced to area. Davis, one of their events, advanced to state. Eisenhower was the boys 16 6A district champs. They advanced to state. And Eisenhower's Jordan Yakwal, who was also a touchdown club winner earlier this year, was a triple jump state champion this year, jumping 52 feet, 2.5 inches. And he also signed with Rice University on a full athletic scholarship to play football. MacArthur advanced to state for the first time in the relay team. Nimitz advanced to regionals. Now in girls track, girls track, Aldine also advanced to area. Davis advanced to state in an event. Eisenhower girls were the District 16 district champs, and they also advanced in numerous events to state. MacArthur advanced to regionals. Nimitz advanced to regionals. And in boys soccer, MacArthur advanced to area. And Nimitz 16 6A district champs, they advanced to the regional semifinals. And in softball, for the first time in a long time, MacArthur advanced. One of our teams advanced. MacArthur was district champs, but they also advanced to area and beat a very, very good team out of Klein to advance to those areas. And there you can see pics of our kids. There's George at the very top, our state champ. And not to be outdone, our middle schools. Teague won 8 district championships. Plummer won 6. Shotwell won 5. Grantham, Hambrick, Hoffman, and Lewis each won 3. Aldine Middle won 2, and Stovall won 1. And what I want to show here, we have an intramural program at the 5th and 6th grade level, and it's been going on for the last several years, and it just continues to enhance all of our programs. So we had a representative from every one of our middle schools win a district championship in at least one event. So that shows a lot of parity and growth in our program. We're very proud of all the kids, and especially those young kids. Now, the value of sports and education. Academic learning and sports education complement each other. They resemble the two sides of the same coin. If sports education is carried out, accompanied with the academic curriculum, the overall personality of the student is increased to quite an extent. The qualities of the leadership, sharing, team spirit, and tolerance are learned from sports. Sports education not only teaches the students to maintain the physical stamina, but also the habit of obedience, discipline, the determination to win, willpower, etc. The power of reasoning, mental development, vocational specialization comes from the academic education of students. Therefore, sports education or athletics, along with the academics, results in the all-around development of the students. I cannot tell you how much I want to thank the board, the support that our administrative team here in the school district, our administrators at the school give our kids. It takes a lot. Let's go back to this one more page. I got to show this one more picture. Can you help me with this? Goodness gracious, sorry about that. Okay, I want to show you this student athlete. Her name is Maria Galindo, and she won 2 medals at the state track meet not this year, but last year. She won a silver medal in the 200 meters and a silver medal in the 100 meters. Now, she didn't compete this year because of medical conditioning, our medical condition, and I tried to get her to come to the board meetings, but we just couldn't. And I asked her, Maria, why aren't you, she said, well, what happened to the girl that beat me last year? And I said, well, she graduated, so you're the #1 person to win state. And so she became ill and she couldn't compete. And she told us anyway, she said, look, Mr. Delgado, if I can't go to state to win state, then I don't need to go. But that's just an example of the spirit of the fight of our kids. And again, I thank you so much for all you do for our kids. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Garcia, while we have no formal recognitions, I did, if I could want to recognize the young gentlemen that are here up front. They are the Aldine Pathfinders, Troop 348. All go to Aldine High School, Aldine schools. Yes, all get A's. Oh. Be careful because your principal may be here and they'll keep track.
Garza, I think it would be appropriate if their leaders are introduced and if they introduce the kids themselves or if the kids introduce themselves.
Would you like to
some
come?
in the back too?
I think
Somebody
it-
came in.
Would you like to come up, sir?
I think it's so important that they're here to recognize, the processes in the district operations and.
Exactly. I was going to say,
it
be on
would
your best behavior because they are here to observe us.
And they're in the front row, and that's especially important.
Sir, would you like to come up?
If they could be introduced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a little bit late, sorry. I'm sorry, yes, my name is Edward Tejeda. I'm the Assistant Troop Leader for Troop 348 here, Aldine Pathfinders. All of our boys, I believe, will be going to MacArthur next year, or some of our boys will be advancing. All of them go to Aldine schools. On the first row here, we have Fabian Garcia. That's Vincent, last name, Gonzalez. Ralph Nino, and Diego, and then James Hemphill in the back. All of them are here because during summer camp they were participating in merit badge classes, and so this is part of a merit badge class. This is an Eagle badge, so all the boys are required to get this badge to achieve the rank of Eagle Scouts. We have 2 boys that are actually about to advance to Life Scout, which is 1 rank below Eagle, and we have 1 scout that is actually achieving Eagle this year. So we're very proud of the work that they all did over the summer. And so over the last year, our boys have participated in many events and have earned probably about 20 or 30 badges between all of them. So they're all working really hard to achieve the ultimate goal, which is, of course, to be an Eagle Scout.
All right, thank you.
Oh, and then, of course, the parents over here, Mr. Rick Garcia, Mike Gonzalez, and then we have Ralph Nino Sr. over there. He actually went to a summer camp with our boys this year, so he just got back from there, and his wife Rachel, and then Jose over there in the inn. Again, all of our parents participate in all events. As you can see, we're all very active in getting the boys where they need to be, and we offer all the support we can. And, and of course, through schools and all the other programs that they participate in. So, we're really appreciative of everything that the district's done for us. And of course, we're always available to participate in any events that we can and support our community and our district.
Okay, thank you, and congratulations to all of you for supporting these boys, and boys take very good notes and earn that badge.
Dr. Garcia, that concludes my part.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Garza. The board has had the consent agenda items in their possession for study, and we discussed them at length at the study session last night. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to the consent agenda items to be voted on by the board tonight? Okay, if not, do I hear a motion regarding the consent agenda items?
I move that all items under A through J on the consent agenda be approved as printed.
Thank you.
Madam President, I second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Mead. We'll begin the vote with Dr. Booker.
Booker, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Yes. Garcia, yes.
Mead, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Okay, thank you. We move now to the report of the administrative staff, promotions and appointments. Dr. Bamberg, I think you have staff recognitions tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Garcia and board members. We have several staff members to recognize. First, we'd like to recognize Mr. Stephen Oakes, who is moving from Warehouse Operations Management in Humble ISD to the Director of Warehouse Services in Aldine ISD at Central Receiving. And it is customary for the person to stand. Yes, very good. While we talk about you, while we read your bio. Mr. Oakes has a Bachelor of Fine Arts and Criminal Justice from Stephen F. Austin University, which he received in 1990. And he started off in education in Klein ISD as a teacher at Klein Forest High School in 2007, from 2007 to 2011 before he moved to Humble in his current position. And so he has 10 years of experience that he brings to us, and this will be his first year in Aldine ISD. And did you bring anyone to introduce to us tonight?
Yes, ma'am. I brought my wife, and two of our 6 boys are here today.
Oh, wow.
And I am very excited about the opportunity here that I was given. Comes at an exciting time here with several projects that are we're hitting the ground running and working on. So thank you very much.
Well, welcome and congratulations. We're glad to have you. Next, we have Dr. Michael Ann Kelly, from Program Director of Fine Arts and Curriculum and Instruction to Director of Visual Arts, also in Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Kelly received her Bachelor of Arts in Graphic Design from Mount St. Joseph University in 1985, her Master of Arts Education in 1992 from Mount St. Joseph University, and then her doctorate in Curriculum and Instruction from the University of Houston in 2012. And she has all of her years of service in Aldine. She started as an art teacher in Eisenhower High School and was there from 1992 to 2014 before she moved into her current position. So, Dr. Kelly, did you bring anyone to introduce to us tonight?
This is my sister, Shani Kelly. I brought colleague Kaylee Raspahowski and former colleague Gary Newman.
Very good. Congratulations. We're glad to have you in this position. Next, we want to recognize Greg Allegre from Supervisor. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. From a Supervisor in Child Nutrition Services to a new position of Director of Maintenance, Construction, Technology, and Equipment. Now, that's a long title. Lots of work there. Also in Child Nutrition Services. Mr. Allegre has a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering, which he received from De La Salle University in 1997. And he has been with Aldine for 18 years. He started as a service technician with Child Nutrition Services, which he started in 1999 and through 2007 before he moved into a supervisory role in 2007. So 18 years of experience with all of that in Aldine ISD. So congratulations to you in the new role. And did you bring anyone you'd like to introduce? I think you should introduce the lady next to you. She's here for support, but we're very happy to have you in this role. Congratulations. I'm sorry, Greg, I just couldn't resist. Okay. I'm sorry, that wasn't. Okay, wait just a minute. Yes, that was Greg. Okay. Next, we want to recognize Perla Lane, who is moving from the Senior Construction Manager at Melina Walker, an architect firm, to Assistant Director of Facilities Planning and Construction. And Ms. Lane has a Bachelor of Science in Architecture, which she received in 1997 from Prairie View A&M University. And then she has a Master of Science in Construction Management, which she received from NYU Polytechnic, which she received in 2000. And she has numerous years of experience in the field. Started in 1997 as a technical service estimator with Borvis Lend Lease in New York. Then she came south to Houston as project architect specialist with the Port of Houston Authority in that role for a year, 2000 to 2001. And then moved over to assistant project manager with Gilbane Building Company in Houston. Went back to New Jersey to be an assistant vice president, senior project manager at Unicon International. And then she came back to Houston in 2005. She's liking that warm weather and wanted to be here. Senior project manager at URS Washington Division from 2007 to 9. Then a senior project manager with BSCI with United Airlines, also here in Houston. A senior project manager here in Houston, CBIC joint venture of Balfour Beatty, and then cost control manager with Faithful Gold, also with United Airlines in 2014. And then she's been working too with program director of the Kwame Building Group in 2016. She has 20 years of experience that she is bringing to her first year of experience in Aldine ISD. So congratulations. And did you bring someone to introduce to us tonight?
Thank you. Yes, I did. My husband.
Someone raising their hand.
My husband, my daughter Jada, my son Little Cleveland, and my daughter Jada.
Welcome to all of you and congratulations. Next, we want to recognize Lydia Calderon, who is moving from her current role as assistant principal at Aldine High School to Aldine Senior High School, and then she's moving to the new position of principal at Worsham Elementary. And Ms. Calderon has a Bachelor of Science with a major in Spanish and a minor in Mexican American Studies from the University of Houston, which she received in 2001, a Master of Education in Administration from Lamar University, which she received in 2011. And she started in Aldine as a Spanish teacher at Eisenhower in 2001, stayed till 2006. Then she tried out Cy-Fair ISD as a Spanish teacher at Cy Woods High School for just a year. Then she came back. Then she came back to be an ESL teacher at Eisenhower again from 2007 to 2011, and she became an assistant principal at Nimitz High School in 2011, stayed there for a year before she moved over to be an assistant principal at the 9th grade school and stayed there till 2014 before she moved to the big high school with Mr. Stewart. So Ms. Calderon has 16 years of experience, with 15 of those years in Aldine ISD. So congratulations, and did you bring someone to introduce to us tonight?
Yes, I did. I have my husband, Marco Calderon, and my mentor and principal, Mr. Walter Stewart.
Congratulations. Next, we'd like to recognize Jennifer Torres Price, who will be moving, there she is, from assistant principal at Gray Elementary to the principal position at Carroll Elementary. Ms. Torres Price has a Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies in Elementary and a major in Elementary Ed from the University of Houston, which she received in 2005. She has a Master of Education in Administration from Sam Houston State University, which she received in 2010. And she has been in Aldine for all of her years of experience, started as a skills specialist at Gray Elementary in 2007 to 2010, and then became an assistant principal at Goodman in 2010 and stayed there till 2016 before she moved into her current role. So she has 19 years of professional experience in Aldine, all of those years in Aldine, but also was a paraprofessional in Aldine while she was working on that degree. So we're going to call you a homegrown, and we appreciate that very much. So 9 years working for the district, and then while she was getting her degree, and then continued to work for the district for 19 years. So congratulations to you. And did you bring anyone to introduce to us?
I brought my husband, Derek Price, and I brought my parents, Maria and Fidel Torres, my very good friend, Hannah Bones, and my wonderful administrative team.
All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. See the roses? All right. Congratulations and welcome to all of you who are visiting with us tonight. We also would like to share for the school year 2018-19 a placement that we've made, and that is Ms. Rosalind Burns, who will be moving from her current role as assistant principal at A.W. Jones Elementary to the principal of A.W. Jones EC Pre-K in 2018. That's pre-KKK, excuse me, in 2018-2019. And she has a Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Study, also in reading from Prairie View A&M University, which she received in 1993, and a Master of Administration and Supervision, which she received from Sam Houston State University in 2010. She started her experience in Bryan ISD as an elementary teacher in 1993, stayed there to 2002, and then she got to Aldine in 2002, where she started at McGrill Elementary, first as a teacher. In 2005, she moved into a skill specialist position, and then in 2008, she moved into the testing coordinator position before she moved into her assistant principal position at Jones. So she has 24 years of experience total in education, with 15 of those years in Aldine. So we're excited about this new role you'll be taking on next year. So congratulations, and did you bring anyone to introduce to us tonight?
I have my sons, my guardians, my youngest here, William, who's the Nimitz High School 11th grader, my son, Kendall, who is a graduate of Nimitz High School, my daughter, who is at UTSA in her absence, who's preparing to be an Aldine educator. And I have some more mentors here, Dr. Williams, who is my current principal. All my previous principals at Aldine are here. Ms. Doran, who was my first principal at Aldine, Mr. Malo, who was my assistant principal, Ms. Edwards, who was my skill specialist friend, and I even have one of my student teachers here who will be promoted, and I'm very proud of her as well.
That's great. That's great. And that truly is all in the family. That's great. Well, congratulations to you, and welcome to all of you, and thank you for your service. That's outstanding. We next want to recognize Denise Winchester, who will be moving from her curriculum assistant principal position at Stovall Middle School to the principal position at, Shotwell Middle School. I apologize. Current position, assistant principal at Shotwell, moving into principal position at Shotwell. She has a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and Reading from Stephen F. Austin State University, which she received in 1981. Her Master of Education in Educational Leadership from the University of Houston, which she received in 1983. And she started off in Galena Park ISD in 1981 as a first grade teacher at Jacinto City Elementary. Stayed there for 5 years before moving to be an assistant principal at that same elementary from 86 to 94. She took a little time to raise her children, and then she got to Aldine as fast as she could. In 1994, she came as a Hoffman Middle School 7th grade reading teacher and worked at Hoffman for 5 years, and then moved over to Wilson as a 5th grade ELA teacher from 2006 to 2012, and then became a skill specialist at Shotwell Middle School in 2012 before she took on the assistant principal role there. So Ms. Winchester has 29 years of experience total, with 16 of those years in Aldine ISD. So congratulations. And did you bring anyone to introduce to us tonight? Well, very good. Congratulations on your new position. We appreciate your work. Next, we want to recognize Maggie Doran, who is moving from her current position of principal at Stevens Elementary to Rayford Intermediate as the principal. She has a Bachelor of Elementary and Special Ed as a major from Sam Houston State University, which she received in 1990, a Master of Education also from Sam Houston State University. And I don't have a year here, so it had to be after 1990. What? Long time ago. Okay. All right. That's back before we started keeping track of the years. Is that it? But she actually is an Aldine person, has an entire Aldine career. Started as a teacher at Stevens Elementary in 1990, stayed there for 5 years, and then became an assistant principal there from 95 to 96. Then moved to Carmichael to be an assistant principal from 1996 to 1998, and then worked in our Head Start program as one of the directors from 98 to 2000. Became principal at McGreal in 2000, stayed there till 2004, moved to Parker Intermediate to be the principal at the intermediate school from 2004 to 2006, then came to help us in the reading department at the Resource Center as a program director from 2006 to 2010, and then moved back to be a principal at Johnson Elementary in 2010 before taking on the role again at Stevens Elementary. That's kind of a circle for you, isn't it? Full circle. And now she's going to be moving to Rayford Intermediate. So 27 years total with all of those years in Aldine ISD. So congratulations. Thank you for taking on the new role. Do you have anyone you want to introduce to us tonight? Thank you very much. Congratulations. And our intermediate principals won the lip sync award today at the Apple celebration. And a demonstration? Can you do that? So they don't have their music and costumes, but anyway, but they did a great job. Next, we want to recognize Mr. Todd Lindeman, who's moving from his role as assistant principal at Eisenhower High School to the role of principal at Eisenhower High School. And he has a Bachelor of Arts with a major in history, which he received from Arizona State University in 1992. He also has a Master in Educational Leadership from California State University in Sacramento, which he received in the year 2008. Started in 1995 as a 4th through 6th grade teacher at Thomas Edison Language Institute in San Juan Unified School District, and then became an assistant principal, a vice principal, and in the San Juan Unified School District from 2004 to 2006, and then became a vice principal at Dyer Kelly Elementary in San Juan Unified School District from 2006 to 2008, and then became the principal back at the campus where he first started teaching at Thomas Edison Language Institute, also in San Juan Unified School District, and he held that position from 2008 to 2015 before he moved to Texas to become an assistant principal at Eisenhower. So Mr. Lindeman has 22 years of experience in the field of education, with 2 of those years in Aldine ISD. And so congratulations on your new role. And did you bring anyone to recognize and introduce to us tonight?
I did. I have my daughter, Madison, who turned 11 today.
Happy birthday.
My son Joshua, and my wife of 17 years, Gloria.
Very nice to meet all of you. Congratulations. Next, we have Crystal St. Julian, who will be moving from a math skills specialist position at McGreal Elementary. There she is. She brought a little friend. She'll be moving to assistant principal at Marcella Intermediate. And Ms. St. Julian has a Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies from the University of Houston, which she received in 2005, a Master of Education in Educational Leadership from University of St. Thomas in the year 2011. And all of her experience has been in Aldine ISD. She started as a teacher in 2006 at McGreal Elementary, had that role from 2006 to 2012, and then became a response to intervention teacher from 2012 to 2013 before she moved into her skills specialist role, her current role. And so Ms. St. Julian has 12 years in the field of education, with all 12 of those years in Aldine ISD. And so did you bring anyone to introduce to us tonight?
Yes, ma'am. I brought my loving and supporting father. I brought my baby girl, Lauren, and I would like to acknowledge a lot of people. My mentor, Ms. Rosalind Burns, was my mentor since when I was a student teacher at McGreal. She's been a great friend.
my first principal who gave me an opportunity, Ms. Fontenot. Dr. Williams was my next principal. Gave me my leadership position. Mr. Mark Mallow was ensured, administrator during summer school, and I would like to definitely acknowledge my current administrator, Ms. Edwards. She's allowing me to make a difference at Marcella Intermediate, so I thank her.
Well, congratulations and welcome to all of you. Next, we want to recognize Frederick Delk from Skill Specialist in the Math Department at Davis Senior High School to Assistant Principal at Davis Senior High School. Mr. Delk has a Bachelor of Science and a Major of Accounting from Mississippi State University, which he received in 1995, a Master of Education and Educational Leadership, which he received from Stephen F. Austin State University, and he received that in 2017. And so he started in Atlanta as a teacher and coach at South Atlanta High School in 2003, stayed there in that position till 2008, and then became a teacher in the Meridian Public Schools in Meridian High School, and was in that role from 2008 to 2011, before moving and coming to Texas and coming to Aldine. So he's been in his skill specialist position since 2011. Is that correct? Okay. And so he has 14 years of experience in education, with 5 of those years in Aldine. And so congratulations in your new role, and I do know that you brought some family to introduce to us tonight.
I did. I brought my parents to here. My dad, Smith Delk from Meridian, Mississippi. My mom, Ida Delk from Mississippi. My oldest brother, Eric Delk. And my nephew, 8th grader, Terry Delk. And also here my building principal, Mr. Collins.
Very good. Welcome to all of you, and congratulations. I told them we're just right next door to each other. I'm from Alabama. So, welcome to all of you. Next, we want to recognize Gabriela Arevalo. I'm not doing a good job. Say your last name for me.
Okay.
Avellaneda.
Very good.
I apologize. I didn't have time to practice today, and I want to do a good job with your name. What, you're blaming him? Okay. Avellaneda. Okay. She is moving from her current role as a bilingual skill specialist to at Stellick Elementary to assistant principal at Salmons Elementary. Miss Avellaneda has a Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies from Texas A&M University, which she received in 2009. She has a Master of Education in Educational Administration from Texas A&M University, which she received in 2015. Now, she has all of her experience in Aldine ISD. She started in 2009 as a 5th grade ELA teacher, language arts teacher at Stellick Intermediate, and then she became a 6th grade ELA teacher in 2011, also at Stellick Intermediate, before she moved into her bilingual skill specialist position. So Miss Avellaneda has 8 years of experience, with all of those years in Aldine ISD. And would you like to introduce the gentleman who gave you that name?
My former principal at Stellick, Christy Van Waskico. My new colleague, Erica Thompson, assistant principal at Salmons, and my new assistant area superintendent, Dr. Jeffrey.
Very good. Congratulations and welcome. And you have a beautiful name, sir, and I did not mean to be disrespectful. Next, we want to recognize Dewana Cheney, who is moving from dyslexia specialist at Nimitz Senior High School and Nimitz 9 over to assistant principal at Eisenhower 9th grade campus. Ms. Cheney has a Bachelor of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies from Lamar University, which she received in 2003. She also has a Master of Education in Educational Administration from Texas Southern University, which she received in 2006. Ms. Cheney started her experience in education at Cleveland ISD. She was a 4th grade teacher at Northside Elementary and started there in 2003 through 2004, And then she came to Aldine in 2004, starting as an ELA teacher at Eckert in the 6th grade, and had that position from 2004 to 2006, and then moved to the 9th grade campus, where she was an English teacher and athletic coach from 2006 to 2015, before moving into the dyslexia specialist role. So Ms. Cheney has 14 years of experience in education, with 13 of those years in Aldine. And so congratulations, and did you bring someone to introduce to us tonight? All right.
Family friend Edward Mosley, my aunt Juanita Marshall, my mentor and long friend Dr. Watson Barra, and my new principal, Ms. Latanya Anderson.
Very good. Congratulations and welcome to all of you. Next, we want to recognize Jeremy Ames, who is moving from the campus testing coordinator at A.W. Jones Elementary to his new role as assistant principal at Anderson Academy. Mr. Ames has a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and State and World Connections as a minor from Ball State University. He received that in 2008. He has a Master of Education in Administration from Lamar University, which he received in 2015. Now, all of his experience is in Aldine ISD. He came to us in 2009, started at A.W. Jones as a 2nd grade teacher and team leader, then had that position from 2009 to 2012, then moved to 4th grade as a 4th grade teacher and team leader, had that role from 2012 to 2013, became the English Language Arts Skills Specialist in 2013 and had that role until 2015 before he moved into the testing coordinator's position. So Mr. Ames has 8 years of experience with all of those years at A.W. Jones. So now you're going to try out a new campus by moving to Anderson. So congratulations, and did you bring anyone to introduce to us tonight?
My roommate Jeremy, and I also brought my Jones principal and family, Miss Cheryl Fontenot and Miss Burns, and then my new principal, Miss Martin.
Very good. Congratulations, and I know you'll do well in your new role. And then one last recognition, which is really for the 2018-19 school year, and that is Constance White. I saw her earlier. Where did she? There she is, who will be moving from her current position at Raymond Elementary to be the principal at Hill Elementary next fall, 2018. Excuse me. Yes, it will be Hill Elementary. I was going to say, oh, no. It is Hill Elementary. And she has a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Interior Design, which she received from Texas Tech University in 1987, a Master of Education in Educational Administration from Prairie View A&M University in 2003. She has all of her years of experience in Aldine, came to Aldine in 1996 to be a 2nd grade teacher at Carroll. And she was in that role for 4 years, then moved to be a 3rd grade teacher in the year 2000 at Carroll. 2004, then she made a change to be the skills specialist at Carroll Elementary, and then had that role for a year, and then became the testing coordinator. Are we seeing a pattern here? Okay, as the testing coordinator from 2005 to 2007, before she took a role also at Carroll to be an assistant principal, and she had that position from 2007 to 2015, and then she became the principal at Raymond Academy. So Ms. White has 21 years of experience in Aldine and 21 years total. And so thank you for taking on this new challenge for us next year.
Thank you, Dr. Bamberg.
And did you bring people to introduce to us?
I did. I have my supportive counselor at Raymond Academy, Shalom Moore, and also have two very good friends, Margaret Bono and Dr. Don Lucette.
Great. Congratulations and welcome. And Dr. Garcia and board members, that concludes the recommendations, or excuse me, the recognitions for tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Bamberg, and congratulations to all of you, and we look forward to the good work you're going to do. The next item on the agenda is the board committee reports, board policy revisions. We have a report. Mr. Mead will read that.
Madam President, we have the following policy revisions at this time. We have Policy Update 108 affecting local policies, EF, EFA, EFAA, EG, EH, EHDB, EIF, EL, and GKB, the second and the final reading. I move that the board approve for second and final reading the policy update 108 affecting local policies as stated above.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second the motion.
Thank you, Ms. Avalos. We'll begin the vote with Mrs. Esparza.
Esparza, yes.
Me, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Booker, yes.
Thank you. The next item is the superintendent's contract recommendation. We have reviewed and discussed the superintendent's contract recommendation during the superintendent's evaluation and contract conference meeting and executive session a little earlier today. Do we have a motion regarding the superintendent's contract?
Madam President, board policy mandates that the superintendent's contract be considered for a one-year extension each July at the recommended salary. And I am proud to move that the superintendent be given a one-year extension of her contract at the recommended salary.
Thank you.
I second that.
Thank you, Mr. Shanklin. We'll begin the vote with Dr. Booker.
Booker, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Me, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Yes, and I think it's appropriate to thank Dr. Bamberg for the hard work she's been doing, and we look forward to your continued work in Aldine.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I would like to appoint Ms. Connie Esparza to serve as the delegate and Dr. Kimberly Booker to serve as the alternate to the TASA-TASB convention to be held in Dallas October 6th through 8th, 2017. That is the Texas Association of School Administrators and Texas Association of School Boards conference that the board participates in the fall. So we look forward to the work that you two are going to do for us. The next item on the agenda is the open forum for patrons desiring to be heard. We have one request, and that is from Morgan Maxwell. Let me first read this portion before you come up. This is the portion of the board meeting when the board receives input from patrons. Each person who addresses the board will have 3 minutes to speak on his or her issue. There is a clock at the podium that will notify you when your minutes are almost up. Because of topic posting requirements of the Open Meetings Act, board members will not answer any questions posed to the board by the patron, and no action can be taken on any issue presented during this time. If you wish to ask questions of the board, you may submit them in writing, addressed to the superintendent's office, and the board may consider them at a subsequent meeting. If you are an employee or employee's representative, please be advised that the grievance policy deadlines are not waived. If you have documents to pass out to the board, please identify those documents. Finally, please be aware that rules of decorum will be enforced during this public comment period. Please refrain from making comments directed at specific individual employees or students by name to avoid any potential breach of confidentiality. If you have complaints regarding specific individuals, please provide those in writing, addressed to the superintendent for her attention. Each participant is legally responsible for the content and consequences of his or her actions. So, Morgan Maxwell, you'll have 3 minutes. Please come forward.
Hi, my name is Morgan Maxwell. I attend Carver Magnet High School. I'm a senior this year. And I would like to speak to the board on behalf of our students on dress code. I made a PowerPoint on things I think that the dress code could, really fit to. Am I allowed to pass them out?
Yes, someone can pass them for you while you speak. Thank you.
I would like to ask you all to consider maybe trying these things that I think maybe could help students, because I've had a lot of students talk about how high school is a year to transition and this is my chance to really find myself, and we figure it's hard to do it with our college shirts. And so high school is a transition and a preparation for college, which allows students to dress appropriately without restrictions. Although we are seen as adults in college, we feel that an appropriate dress code in high school will not be an issue. In high school, we celebrate many milestones, for example, getting a job, a driver's license, or for many becoming 18, as you are seen as an adult by law. And as new generations continue to come into the world, some things will need to be modified to fit to them accordingly, not only buildings and sceneries, but rules as well. And so I would like to propose that the board try a 1-month study trial period with the new dress code and the PowerPoint that I made, and trying to see, see how it works with students, look at student productivity and their attitudes and how they come to school, because dress code is also a major conduct issue as well, as kids end up going to SAC or D Hall, and once they're in SAC and D Hall, they're behind and they're not learning. And so I feel maybe with a change of dress, there'll be a change of attitude. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much for presenting, and thank you for the PowerPoint. We'll certainly take this into consideration and get back with you. Thank you.
Great job.
Yes, you did well. All right, board members, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll move that we adjourn.
Thank you. Thank you. All in favor say aye. Aye. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you again for coming. I don't have a time because it's not showing.
Oh, it was it's just 7:55.
Okie dokie.